Ben Askren, the former Olympic wrestler and MMA star known for his relentless grit and toughness in the ring, just made a stunning revelation that has left the entire sports world in shock. A month after his wife Amy revealed he was hospitalized with a severe case of pneumonia, Ben has now broken his silence, and what he shared sounds like something straight out of a survival movie. According to the 40-year-old fighter, he died 4 times. His heart stopped. He was unconscious for over a month, and he's now recovering after a double lung transplant that doctors say saved his life. This wasn't just a brush with death. It was a direct confrontation with it, and Ben Askren came back swinging. In a raw, emotionally charged video posted from his hospital bed on July 9th, the former UFC and Bellator fighter laid bare the horrific ordeal he and his family endured. The usually upbeat and sharp-witted fighter spoke slowly, at times pausing to cough, his voice hoarse and weakened. The visual alone was jarring. Ben, looking thin, bearded and pale, stared directly into the camera, fighting back tears as he tried to piece together the traumatic past 6 weeks. "I don't remember anything from May 28th to July 2nd, he said. "No recollection, no idea. I just read through my wife's journal. It's like a movie. It's ridiculous." The disbelief in his voice was unmistakable. He had lived through something few survive, and even fewer recall. His memory, he explained, had completely vanished from that month-long stretch. Then came the bombshell. "I only died 4 times, he added with a dark chuckle, trying to inject some humor into an otherwise grim account. The ticker stopped for about 20 seconds. Yes, Ben Askren flatlined multiple times. His heart literally stopped beating. It was only through rapid, aggressive medical intervention that doctors were able to bring him back. That detail alone would be enough to shake anyone. But Ben's ordeal didn't end there. While many know him for his historic career on the mat and in the octagon, it's the fight for his life that may become his most legendary story yet. Ben revealed that he underwent a double lung transplant, a rare and dangerous surgery that is typically a last resort for patients suffering from severe respiratory failure. "I made it out to the other side of it," he said, pausing to catch his breath, gaining quite a bit of strength, learning to do everything again. He looked down for a moment, then revealed another shocking update: his weight. "I was actually on a scale yesterday. 147 pounds. I haven't been 147 pounds since I was 15 years old. That means the elite athlete lost nearly 50 pounds in just 45 days. So I lost like 50 pounds, he said, almost stunned at the number himself. For someone who once fought in the 170 and 185-pound weight classes, it was a stark reminder of just how much his body had been through. To his fans, Ben is the guy who doesn't back down, who always gets up, who stares down his opponents with a smirk. But this time, he wasn't battling another fighter. He was fighting something far more ruthless, a body ravaged by infection, a respiratory system on the brink of collapse and time running out, and yet somehow he survived. What's perhaps most moving about Ben's update wasn't just the dramatic health details, it was the deep emotional gratitude he expressed for the people around him. "The thing that was most impactful to me was all the love I felt from everybody," he said, his voice cracking slightly. "It's almost like I gotta have my own funeral. The outpouring of love from the wrestling community is amazing. It felt so good." Imagine waking up after being unconscious for over a month, learning that you'd flatlined multiple times, that your lungs were removed and replaced, and that hundreds, maybe thousands of people had been praying, posting, and fighting for you while you were gone. That's what Ben Askren experienced. And for his wife Amy, who's been by his side since 2010. The past month has been a nightmare she never forget. On June 7th, Amy told TMZ Sports that Ben was definitely still fighting after his emergency hospitalization. She made one thing very clear: he is alive, and any rumor he has died is completely false. Her statement at the time was both a reassurance and a plea for understanding. She was watching the man she loved slowly slip away, and she needed the world to give them space while also holding on to hope. Now, with Ben finally able to speak for himself, That journal she kept, her daily record of his fight for life, has become a symbol of their strength as a couple. I just read through my wife's journal, Ben said, shaking his head in disbelief. It's like a movie. We can only imagine what's inside. Late-night entries filled with fear, hope, prayers, and possibly goodbye notes she never had. To read out loud, the magnitude of what they went through can't be overstated. Ben didn't just survive pneumonia. He survived a catastrophic medical emergency that involved repeated cardiac arrests, loss of consciousness, and a double organ transplant. That level of trauma leaves a lasting mark, not just on the body, but on the mind, heart, and soul. And yet, Ben is not looking backward. He's already talking about what comes next. I'm more ready than ever to get back and do the best I can and help out.
He said in the video, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys.
This has been tough. Not only on me, but my whole family and my close community. So I appreciate everything. That optimism is vintage Ben Askren. It's the same attitude that carried him through Olympic trials, brutal training camps, title fights, and even that now infamous knockout against Jorge Masvidal. No matter what life throws at him, Ben gets back up. He's already set his sights on sharing more about the ordeal in the future. Someday down the road, maybe Amy and I can detail everything a little bit more, he said. You can bet fans will be waiting for that story. Because if this short Instagram video was just the tip of the iceberg, the full version might be one of the most compelling comeback stories in combat sports history. But for now, his focus is recovery. Relearning to breathe, to walk, to move, to live, and the irony isn't lost on anyone. The same lungs that once powered him through Olympic matches and 5-round title fights failed him. But new lungs donated by someone whose identity remains unknown are giving him a second shot at life. Behind the scenes, this story has deeply shaken the MMA and wrestling communities. Athletes who once faced Ben in competition or trained alongside him have flooded social media with messages of support, calling him a warrior, a miracle, and a legend. Even longtime critics and rivals have praised his transparency and strength. But perhaps the most powerful part of Ben's message is how it reminds us of something often forgotten in the age of highlight reels and social media fame. These fighters, these heroes we watch in the ring, are human. They break. They bleed. They fight battles we never see. Ben Askren nearly died 4 times. And yet, here he is, alive, talking, recovering, living. His story is still unfolding. But one thing is certain. The fighter known as Funky is tougher than we ever imagined.
He may never step into a cage again, but he's already won the
most important fight of his life. And if his comeback so far is any indication, this is only the beginning.